Doctor, please, before you start, I had a few questions about our last class.
Okay.
I
I
was
can hear
going
you.
through the MCQs and I needed some clarification.
Okay.
So I saw a question about which of the following is not a primary prevention. So in the options, there were pulse polio immunization, vitamin A supplementation, breast self-examination for tumor, and isoniazid to baby breastfed by a sputum positive tuberculin mother.
Okay. So the
They said,
answer there is okay.
yeah, so they said the answer was breast self-examination.
Yes.
But I thought that primary prevention includes like specific prophylaxis. And in the case of breast cancer, breast self-examination would be specific prophylaxis for like women and everybody.
No, it's actually not a prophylaxis. It's screening, that is early detection.
Okay.
Yes, it's early detection. It's not a, when you talk about, okay, the word to understand is, sorry, please, let me just turn down the volume of this TV. Okay, sorry about that, I'm back. So what to understand there is just to understand the basic principle concerning the levels of prevention. And what to remember is this, so that whatever are the options you get, you now see where it fits into. When you talk of primordial, just remember anything legislation, anything policy is primordial. You understand? Even though if you don't find primordial there and it has to do with legislation and you see primary, you can pick primary, because some believe that primordial is still submerged into primary. And then so in that case, you understand that you don't even want the risk factor to exist in the population at all. So when you give, say, legislation against tobacco smoking, so you don't even want the cigarette to be available, not to talk of smoking it. So you don't want the risk factor to occur in the population at all. Then when you talk of primary, there are two things: health promotion and specific protection. When you talk of health promotion, all those awareness, lifestyle modification, anything related to that promotes health. Then when you talk about specific protection, you begin to talk of immunization. So anything, and it's not anything that you do to in the form of immunization to prevent the person from coming down with the disease. It means the disease has not occurred in the first place. But if the disease has occurred before you give, say, like an anti-sera, a serum, that is no longer primary. That then becomes secondary, because you you are just detected early, and then you are treating. You understand? So that is for primary. Health promotion and specific protection in the form of immunization or chemoprophylaxis. So the disease has not occurred in primary. But when you now come to secondary, that one is early detection and prompt treatment. Early diagnosis, prompt treatment. So in secondary, disease has occurred, or you are trying to detect the disease early. The disease is existing. The fact that you did not detect it does not mean it does not exist. So anything you do to detect the disease is now considered secondary. So self-breast examination, all those mammography, and the rest of them, all those tests we do, RBS, whatever it is, to detect a disease early in their, to have that lead time, that is considered secondary. When I treat for TB using anticox, when I treat for COVID using the various drug regimen, ivermectin, using all that comes under secondary. Then tertiary, you now begin to talk about disability limitation and rehabilitation. The thing is, once you understand this principle, there's no question they'll ask under prevention that would confuse you. So in that case of disability limitation, now take for example somebody who has had TB, who is on COX, but then start having some respiratory issues. Maybe he now has a post-TB fibrosis or something of the sort. So he has to carry oxygen tank around, or you have to put him on ventilation. So you are preventing this guy has had complication, but in a way you are giving him a kind of medical rehabilitation and limiting the disability he's having, sort of. So in that case, what you are now having is tertiary. Then I said, not much people don't really talk much about quaternary, but just know that it's over medicalization in case you are asked. So that is basically what happens. A popular question too that we usually see is when they talk of vitamin A, they tell you that during the routine immunization, if a child gets vitamin A, what is that? In that case, that is primary. But let's say a child comes to your clinic, already has measles, and then you give vitamin A. Now becomes secondary because this child now has the disease, but you're trying to prevent further complications. Kind of, they are no longer is no longer primary prevention. I don't know if this is a bit clear or there's still
Yes,
a gray
doctor,
area.
it has made it very clear. I was thinking because they always say, oh, do breast self-exams on yourself regularly. I was thinking it fell under primary, but it's now much clearer. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, so thank you so much. From the place we stopped the last time, for this one is just non-communicable disease control program. I'm not there's a vertical program of the Federal Ministry of Health known as the Non-Communicable Disease Control Program. Just to know that, and that it was established in 1989. I won't bug us so much with the details. Just know that that exists, and to also know that there was, excuse me. Okay, sorry, I'm back. And to also know that there was a national between 1989 to 1999, which was published, and a series of from series 1 to 4. Then also the Tobacco Control Decree of 1990, reviewed in 2001. So a ban on tobacco adverts in 2003, signed and ratified by WHO Framework Convention in Tobacco Control 2005. So that is as much as I would want to bug us. Note is that in 2019, the Federal Ministry of Health, in collaboration with WHO, Non-Communicable Disease National Multi-Sectoral Action Plan, that is NNMSAP, in August 2019. This is unique in the fact that they are now bringing in intersectoral collaboration, like just to know that the health sector, but education, agriculture, and the rest of them, environment, all comes into play. So all these people need to work together to have control of non-communicable diseases. I think that is as much as I want to talk about that. So we can go to primary health care now. Some of them might not really have to do so much with us, but I'll just give us the basic concepts and then not bother us with the things that are not really will not really matter to us. Professor A, Minister of Health, says that the Nigerian health system is like a house with a beautiful roof, cracked wall, no foundation. So just picture it. So on the 12th day of September 1978, a joint conference, World Health Organization and the United Nations now Children's Fund in Alma Ata, that is now Almaty in are clearly recognize primary health care as the key to achieving a state of physical, mental,